Cleveland Browns yesterday dominated the New York Jets, and I mean they dominated them to the point where they made them look like an ordinary football team. And the Jets are a good team. Baker Mayfield looked electric, exciting, 325 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. And anyway, he forced the ball into Odell. It was a tip ball anyway. Defense played lights out. Myles Garrett is a one-man wrecking machine, and it just looked unstoppable. Looked like he could beat any team at any given time. Different, a big contrast to last week against Tennessee where they self-imploded. Only had like 8 penalties, and 2 of them that were false, or not false starts, to delay a game on purpose. Penalties were cut down and everything else. Now that's what a Browns fan with rose-colored sunglasses will tell you. The fact of the matter is they played a team down to the third quarterback. That was in shambles. The defense did play good, but I mean, they played a team down to the third quarterback. Denzel Ward got abused all night. Myles Garrett was, they got pressure on him, but Myles Garrett's just a machine. And Baker Mayfield played just about as bad as I've ever seen him play. He still had 325 yards and 1 interception. It was forced ball. And listen, I've never heard anyone talk about this, but there's a reason. The Baker Mayfield we saw last year, who spread the ball out to every different receiver, he never keyed on. Like, there's games last year where, Landry, what's his name? Jarvis Landry didn't even get maybe, 1 or 2 targets. The problem with Baker Mayfield is last year he was spreading the ball around with no regard. It was great. This year, I know what he's doing wrong. He's trying to, every interception he's thrown this year was him forcing the ball to Odell Beckham Jr. Every interception. What he's doing is he's forcing the ball to Odell Beckham. It's like he's trying to get him involved. He's trying to appease him so he doesn't get mad. And you know, Baker, there was a play they showed on ESPN where Jarvis Landry was telling Baker to change the play at the line of scrimmage, and Baker did it. And it was a bad play. You can't do that, Baker. You're supposed to be the leader, and I thought you were a leader, but leaders do not. And see, that's the problem with Baker. He's a leader, but he's got guys like Odell and Jarvis. They got to let this guy play. He's trying to appease these guys, what it is, because they're like best friends. I think he's trying to appease these guys that he doesn't want Odell to get like an attitude because he knows how quickly things can change. So I think he's trying to appease Odell too much, and he's forcing the ball into him. He needs to just play his game, and Odell's got to understand, you may only get targeted twice in a game. We're going to get a win. That's how it is. It's a team game. But that's what he's doing. He's forcing the ball to Odell, and I'm going to tell you, it's disrupting Baker's game. You can see it. It's disrupting his game. He needs to learn how to play with a dominant personality. And Odell Beckham Jr., I said, I don't think we needed him. I really didn't. However, I'm glad we got him because you see how dangerous he is. How dangerous he is after the catch. You see how fucking dangerous he is. He's a fucking beast. He's not so fast. I didn't realize how fast he was. But they need to get the ball to him in space more often. I don't know why Freddie's always sending him deep. Put him in space. Get him the ball. The slant. They only threw it 1 time to my recollection. Maybe twice. You got to get the ball to him more. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You're not getting the ball to him at all. And Baker's got to stop forcing the ball to like that interception. It was forced into him. He forced it into Odell 3 times. And Baker was uncharacteristically inaccurate yesterday. I mean, there was a ball. He had Odell wide open at the 20-yard line. He would have scored a touchdown. Way over his head. He laid in Njoku out to get fucking lit up. I mean, Baker's playing bad, but I believe he's preoccupied with trying to get Odell involved into this game, and it's fucking his game up. That's why. I'm telling you, it's fucking his game up. I know what he's going through, because he wants to make everybody on the same page. Last year, he didn't have that number 1 dominant receiver with the dominant personality. He's trying to appease him too much, and it's fucking Baker's game up. You can see it. If Odell got suspended for a game or something like that, you'd see a totally different Baker. Now, that's on Baker. He needs to learn how to play with a number 1 dominant personality like that. Because, right now, he's not on his game. And you can see it's affecting his accuracy and everything else. Now, you're going to say, well, in preseason, he really didn't look that sharp either. Yeah, that's true. You know why? Because he needs work. This team, they all need work. And that's why Freddie Kitchens, he left him in yesterday with like a minute left, and he's passing the ball at the 20-yard line. Just run the fucking ball. Now, if you're trying to run the score up, or if you're trying to get Baker work, whatever, that's what preseason's for. You didn't even play in, 1 series every fucking game? You didn't even play in the last game. So, I understand this offense is not in sync because of Freddie Kitchens' decision not to play Baker in the fucking preseason. I understand that. But you have to get him and Odell. You got to call these guys in and say, listen, Odell. Baker should call him and Landry in and say, listen, last year I just threw the ball to whoever's open. You may get open, and I'm not going to hit you. Somebody else is open. he's focusing too much on Odell. He's trying to force it into him, even when he's not open. And that's fucking his game up. I'm not concerned because I am concerned about Denzel Ward. Greedy Williams, our best cornerback. I'm concerned about Denzel fucking Ward because Denzel Ward's getting abused. Defense played good yesterday for what they won against. They played good. I mean, granted, they won against the Jets who were banged up, but they still played good. They got a rush. Myles Garrett's a wrecking machine, and it is what it is. Nick Chubb, oh my God, you got a fucking Nick Chubb. Oh my God, he's a fucking stud. But Freddie Kitchens refuses to set the... And let me ask you something, Frederick. Why the fuck is Nick Chubb out on third down every fucking series? I understand you want to get the other guy in there because he's a third down specialist, but Nick Chubb is a fucking all-down back. This guy got hands. He can take a ball to the house any fucking time. Him being out on third down is fucking mind-blowing. Freddie Kitchens, so far in 2 games, is fucking a joke. His play calling is horrible. It's like every play they line up and they go deep. There's no intermediate stuff or nothing underneath. It's just all deep. You need to get Odell the ball in space. Or Landry, whoever. But man, going deep every fucking play. So Baker's looked pretty bad. He hasn't looked good. But I'm not concerned because I know what the problem is. He's preoccupied with trying to get Odell involved too much. And that's fine and dandy getting him involved, but it's forcing him to make mistakes. And his inaccuracy is a concern now because he's not been accurate all preseason. I don't know if he has an injury or it's just a mental thing with him trying. I don't know. I can't explain it. I've never had a problem with my accuracy. You seen yesterday me throwing the ball to that guy, and I'm just a fucking stud. But that's the problem with the Browns in a nutshell. It's going to take time for this team to gel. I thought they would gel right off the bat because a work in progress. I thought they'd work it out through preseason, but somehow Freddie Kitchens didn't want them to play in the preseason. He rested everybody. But around the 6th or 7th game of the season, this team's going to be dangerous. They're going to get on the right page. I'm going to tell you something right now. I think they're going to beat the Rams. I I really do. I think they're going to play a great game Sunday. I think they were playing when you're playing a junk team like that injured, it's hard. You're expected to win. They scored 23 points. It could have been 40. Our field goal kicker played well, and our punter played well. So I say it's a work in progress. I'm not concerned. If Mayfield doesn't turn around within the next couple of games, I'll be concerned because like I say, what do they call sophomore slump? Greg Williams, listen, Greg Williams is a defensive coach who knows everything about Freddie Kitchens' offense and about Baker Mayfield because he coached them last year. So he was going against that too. They were confusing Baker, and to Baker's credit, he's only got 16 games under his belt, but they were confusing him. This is what happens to quarterbacks in their second year. We knew it was coming, but I'm not concerned about Baker being confused. I'm concerned about his accuracy because there was a lot of throws he missed. He missed a lot of wide open, like Jarvis or Beckham missed him a couple times, and the one, the fucking Njoku, he lit him up and he got him a concussion. You should apologize, Njoku. I mean, we were without a tight end too because Njoku was our number 1 tight end. But you got to get these guys running the ball more, Frederick. Nick Chubb is a 25-pound, 20 to 25 touch back. And he's an every down back. You don't take him out on third down, you fucking moron. So overall, through 2 games, I'm disappointed in Freddie Kitchens and Baker Mayfield's accuracy is concerning. But I think he'll get that under their wraps. The defense, I know they play the Jets, but they got the pieces. And Wilkes definitely had a good game plan, and Myles Garrett played like an animal. Although he is a selfish motherfucker. Now, granted, when he came up there and hit that quarterback, you got to let up, man. You got to lay up on those. It's close. It's ticky-tack. In the old NFL, that's not a penalty. It's just good hard football. But now these quarterbacks got a skirt on them, so you got to be smarter than that so we don't get fucking 15 yards. That drove me up a fucking wall. Other than that, the Cleveland Browns are looking like a pretty solid unit, and I think around game 6 or 7, they're going to be pretty fucking hard to beat. It's a work in progress, and I'm surprised no talking heads is realized that's why Mayfield's struggling. He's forcing the ball to Odell Beckham too much, and that's why every interception he's thrown this year has been him forcing it to Odell Beckham. He's trying to appease him too much and keying on him too much, and it's just ruining the rest of his game. So he's got to get out of that and go back to just spreading the ball out like last year. Last year, he didn't have that dominant number 1 personality receiver. Odell is like the most dominant, one of the most dominant personalities in the NFL. He's electrifying, and he wants to appease him. He wants to make him happy. Well, you're the quarterback. You're the leader. He's got to make you happy. And if he gets mad about it, then guess what? Don't throw him the fucking ball. Other than that, keep writing us off, fans. I'm not worried about it one bit, trust me. I'm not concerned one bit because I know the Browns and Baker Mayfield and that offense and that defense, I'm pretty pumped up for it.